is Another Gay Horror Pod with Stuart Ross and Jesse Tevitt.
Jesse, I have a question for you.
I might have an answer for you.
Are straight people okay?
I feel like we're asking ourselves that regularly, and I feel like, well, no one's okay in the year 2026.
But like in particular,
straight people are definitely not okay.
Yeah, between the, I guess, obsession. We're talking about obsession. But I was like, between this and together, and I was like, I should say what the this is before I just launch into. Yeah, straight people seem not great.
Straight people just don't really know. I mean, communication isn't a priority for them.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say. And never is that more true than Obsession 2026.
Yeah. I mean, gay people are never okay.
Right.
Our starting point is not okay.
Exactly.
But usually I can rely on like straight people being okay. But now I'm like, are they not even okay?
Right. We don't have to ask, are gay people okay? Because like you said, from the jump, it's like we're not battling an uphill battle. And then
one battle after another.
Yeah. So it's like gay people default not okay. Straight people, who fucking knows? It's like it's all over the place. It's all over the place. Yeah, I loved it. What are your thoughts?
I loved it too. That's the end of our mini review of Obsession. So Obsession is a small budget horror movie by Curry Barker. He wrote and directed. He edited. It's starring Michael Johnston, Indy Navarrete, and Andy Richter, who I was shocked to see.
Good for her.
Wow. I always think of Andy Richter. I always think of Arrested Development, which is like not a touchstone for most people, but I find that he's playing like identical quintuplets.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see how he got involved with this project. I'm not going to say he was distracting. He was a little distracting.
It was a shock. This movie did shoot in LA, and I sort of feel like when you shoot in LA, you can just sort of like get people.
Yes, that's correct.
Like he was there a day probably, and they were like, "Come hang out for a day, Andy Richter." But
yeah, I mean, as we know, when you're developing, when you're making your first movie, second movie, whatever, it helps to have notable talent on board. And I feel like they were like, attach a name, any name, please.
They're like, well, all we can get is Andy Richter, and they're like, done.
That's great.
Yeah,
I love Andy Richter.
And they were trying to get him to play Nicky, but he was like, "What if I played the adult?" The music store owner.
Yeah, Nikki's dad. Nikki's dad.
Sarah's dad.
Sarah's dad, yeah.
So Obsession follows Bear and Nikki. They're post high school because they're drinking in bars, so they must be 21.
Yes.
Yeah. They're Gen Z.
I'm going to tell myself like the summer between high school and college.
But they're drinking in bars.
Yeah, but it kind of seemed like a small town. It's like kind of who cares? Actually, no, I'm sorry. You're right. Maybe it was a summer. No, because they were wearing winter couture.
I think they're all sort of like
community college? State
maybe,
college?
Yeah. Like I think that's like 3 years post grad, still trying to figure out what they're doing.
Sure.
But Bear's in love with Nikki. Bear uses a One Wish Willow, which is sort of a little novelty item that may or may not provide one wish to the person who breaks it.
Yeah.
And wishes that Nikki loves him more than anything in the world. And unfortunately for him, he gets his wish.
Yeah, he does.
And
he does.
She is obsessed.
Yeah, Indy gives it an incredible performance in this movie. I think the movie's... Go ahead.
I was just saying, and then sorry.
I think the movie's biggest strengths are her performance and the use of light. I feel like something Curry Barker really gets is like, and James Wan gets this. Scott Derrickson, it's like shrouding things in darkness is like still very effective.
Yeah.
Like I think it's an underrated tool that not enough directors use. And for maybe the first half of the movie, not the first half, but very early on after she's, let's say, possessed, her face is sort of shrouded and it's terrifying. It's really scary. And there's also this thing they do, correct me if I'm wrong, but they like, I felt like they were like, like warping her face a little bit. Like they like there were times when
Maybe.
she
Yeah.
was like she had like anime feature, like they were like her features were like exasperated and like really crazy, and I liked it. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think the first quarter of the movie I was like, this is pretty good, this is pretty solid, sure. Like, you know, everyone's like, it's so good. It really picks up in the back half.
Yeah.
Each like sort of violent moment is like pushing it to the brink. There's like some really fucked up shit. It's like hard horror, and the concept isn't necessarily like anything we haven't seen before, but it's just really engaging and well done.
Yeah.
And I thought it's a good time at the
It
movies.
feels like a prompt of like, what would your Twilight Zone episode be?
It does feel like very
Which
much a
is like
Twilight
actually
episode.
a
Yeah,
good
Twilight
place
Zone.
for a lot of writers to start. Like really like
Yeah,
what is a very easily defined concept,
yeah,
which is you get
yep,
one wish and it's monkey's paw. It's the djinn. It's Wishmaster. It's
yeah, yep,
very like it's a classic story in a lot of ways, but it's so well done. They
yeah.
do such a good job with Indy Neveretti's performance. She is like Tony Collette Mother of the Year award preemptively. um, she is Sky Riley.
She's a newbie. Yeah, she is
But
Sky
she's
Riley.
giving
That's
us
true.
everything, and it's such a good, strong performance,
Mm.
and the movie really lives and dies by it. And thankfully it does live by it.
Yeah, it
But
does.
yeah, as you were saying, they do such a good job of like shrouding her
Yep.
in like she's behind curtains, or even the scene where he's on the phone with his friend and she's just sort of a little out of focus in the back watching.
Yeah,
There's a lot of her out of focus,
yeah,
which is really good, and then a lot of her just fully darkness.
yeah. It made for a really good theatrical experience too, because the out of focus. You know, there's people that are like, "Oh, I see her."
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh. Everyone's like shouting. I actually want to see it again because my theatrical experience, like, I kind of saw it. I didn't see it at night. There weren't like it wasn't super packed. People
Yeah.
are locked in, but I want to like get to like a screening that's like kind of packed and
See, I saw it at 5 p.m. and it was a full theater.
really
Yeah, it was
cool.
people were into it. People were hooting and hollering and screaming, and
Love it.
as we always say, like our platonic ideal of a horror audience is like 50% of the Scream 2 opening.
Yeah,
Where it's just like everyone is dialed in. There was a child in our theater, which I'm always like a
that seems
12-year-old, and I was like
a
I don't know. I actually like literally was like, I don't know if they're in the right theater, but I'm not going to be like, are you guys in the right theater? But they stayed. So I was
that's
like,
a
okay.
gross mistake. Was the kid at any point like crying or
I think
talking?
the kid
or?
was into it. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Like I sort of live in a space of like, I don't know. When I was 12, I was starting to watch horror movies. Like my parents wouldn't take me to the theaters, but like I feel like we do sort of baby kids a little bit too much now.
I also feel like there's a genre of parent that isn't really sort of tapped tapped into, like, whenever they go to a movie they're not quite sure what they're gonna get. Like,
Yeah.
we're obviously like online, we're watching trailers, whatever, like we know something is gonna be fucked up when we go into the theater, kind of. Some parents might just be like, oh, a scary movie, like, sure, like 12 years old, I started watching young. They don't really like have
Yeah.
an idea of like how fucked up it's gonna be.
Well, this was a hard R movie. I guess
It
they
was.
did have to cut a bunch of the car scene.
Oh really? Oh my god, really?
To get to an NC-7 to get from an NC-17, which goes to show you how much further it went.
Wait, are you talking about, sorry, spoiler, you're talking about the car scene where Sarah is killed?
Yes, I guess.
How much further could they have
said
gone?
they had to cut like 7 or 8 more smashes. I'm like, I guess you just like you include way more smashes than you intend to use, and then you just cut one every time until they're like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah. No, I gotta say, every single, let's call it, set piece I was into.
Yeah, I was stressed. This movie is stressful. It really, like, the tension between Michael Johnston, who is a gay man openly, just to
Michael Johnston,
who plays Bear. Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god!
I figured I should break that news that was broken to me on my Instagram today. But he
love
does a
it.
good job of playing the, like, you've gotten what you want in the wrong way.
Yes.
And it is what he wants, but he knows it's not good. And he's doing a really good job of like, he seems like he's happy what he has, but
Yeah.
also he's a little bit like, why did I do this to myself?
Yeah. If there's one critique I have, it's, and I don't know that he could help this. I find him like very attractive.
Yeah.
And like the idea of him like not being able to get like, so he does play it very he plays it well.
Yeah.
But I think physically he is like categorically
He's attractive, but he's also like, he does a good job of playing the sort of like, there are hot guys who are a little off-putting.
Yeah, he's a little he's definitely awkward.
And like they do the good job of like him, and then Ian, who's the other male lead in this, is like, he's maybe, I mean, I was attracted to him, but maybe a less traditionally attractive man, but he has like the confidence thing.
Yeah.
And Bear doesn't have the confidence thing.
Right.
What do you think about the decision to not really have parents in this movie?
That's a really good point. I did not think about that until literally right now. Well, we know Bear's parents, his mom died, right?
His grandmom died.
His grandma died. That's a really good point. I honestly did not think about it until right now.
I didn't think about it until Chris was like, it's weird that there were no parents in that movie. And I was like, oh yeah, except for Andy Richter plays Sarah's dad.
Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe it speaks to the like strength of the story. I mean, the fact that I wasn't really thinking about that. Like you said, also they're maybe in college. So, well, we know, like you just said, Bear's parents are absent.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, and then his grandma died. So he's alone. And then Indy's parents are question mark.
Yeah, her dad may or may not have cancer.
That's right. Her dad
but
is
it doesn't
gone.
matter because he's sort of out of the picture. It seems like Ian has parents off camera. Like he's in a house. Yes. That seems like too nice for him to have by himself.
Right.
But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was, I sort of was going into this movie being like, how good could it be? Mm-hmm, I think because it is such a basic premise, the wish gone wrong. But I think it really, I mean, just Michael Johnston and Indy Navarrete are both really so good.
Yeah.
And then Curry Baker is such a good writer-director.
Yeah, he's also an actor. Like I believe he was in his last movie. And there's a great interview with him on the Big Picture Shout Out podcast. Sean Fennessy talks to him about like his trajectory as a filmmaker, and like he originally like, and I think still wants to pursue acting. So I'm curious to see what he does after this. Like he's doing Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah, he's directing Texas Chainsaw.
Interesting.
I hope he brings Indy with him. I think she would be a really good final girl for a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie.
I agree with that.
I mean, honestly, all four of these kids could come in and just be the four kids that are killed by, like, and that's too distracting to cast all the execs and Andy Richter's there. But
Andy Richter as Leatherface.
Yes, but like
that, maybe
I think like the four of the, and this movie is just four people.
Yeah,
like really, and from start to finish, it's four people.
Yeah.
And it does such a good job of like, all the characters are so well built, and that's what you need in a good slasher movie.
Yeah,
which is build these characters.
Yeah, I just want to shout out a couple of underrated moments that I really appreciated. Spoiler, I really found the scene where he calls the number on the back of the box effective.
Yeah,
like the guy who answers is like,
do you know who played the guy who answers?
Him. Was it not him?
It's Curry Baker.
Curry Baker. Yeah. Is it Curry Baker or Curry Barker? I think it might be Barker. Yeah, it's
Curry
Barker. Curry Barker, it sounded like him. So I was like, oh, is this him? And then the guy's like, do you want to hear where your girl's at? And she's screaming from presumably hell or like another dimension. And I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. So I liked that. And I really liked how he, when he goes to buy another One Wish Willow, he can't break it. Like he can't sort of like he physically cannot. So the concept of the one wish willow, you break this like willow tree willow branch and make your wish. He can't break another one, so he can only make one wish. So I thought those two
they don't
things
call
were
it
really
a 2-wish
underrated.
willow.
That's true.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite set piece?
I really liked the restaurant. Because
restaurant. Oh yes, yes,
where it's sort of you get indications that she's off, of course, but that's the scene where she really is like, I thought we were having a good time. Right. And she stands up and she draws attention to them, and he sort of is like placating, and it's really the beginning of the like, he knows something's wrong, but he's so happy that he's trying to fight the knowledge that something's wrong.
Yeah.
It's really just a really good movie.
She does a really good job repeating things and modulating her voice. It might be they might have tweaked it, played with it, but yeah, she's great, and I really liked it. And I think everyone should go see this and support 100%. Original horror. And maybe one of the best horror movies of the year.
It's Blumhouse's first success in a while. First original success. They're
so back, baby.
Yeah. But this is what they used to do, which is find good movies, little teeny tiny $1 million movies, and do a good job with it. And it's like, okay, we're here.
Well, this is also just sort of continuing to ride the wave of like YouTube creators making the transition to big screen. I'm trying to think. Kane Powers from Backrooms is adapting his concept for A24. I'm not sure if Jason Blum is producing that. I don't think he is. I know James Wan is.
Osgood Perkins, I guess, produced
that. Yeah. Osgood and James Wan. So I'm so excited for that. I've really been trying to dive into the lore, the Backrooms lore. If anyone's into it,
freaks me out. I don't know.
Yeah, it's creepy. It's liminal. It's off-putting. If anyone's into it, slide into my DMs. We can talk about it. I'm like fascinated. Of course, it's very Cloverfield coded, right? But yeah, Obsession.
Definitely check this out.
Thoughts.
Obsession. Can't wait for Texas Chainsaw.
Obsession. Obsessed. Not to be confused with Beyonce and Ali Larter.
Oh, I was waiting for Beyonce to show up. But she never did.
Do we think Beyonce's going to see this?
No, I don't think Beyonce watches movies that much.
I disagree.
I don't think she watches this kind of movies that much.
I was going to say, does Beyonce watch scary movies?
No.
If listeners, maybe Beehive members, what are your thoughts? Does Beyonce watch horror movies? Would love to know. We don't know. Beyonce, if you're listening, Beyonce, if you're a fan of this podcast, Beyonce, if you're a fan of this podcast, slide into our DMs.
Yeah.
1, let us know.
Release
if you
the
love
visuals.
Scary movies. 2, if you love to come on and talk to us about literally
We'll talk
anything.
about Obsessed.
We'll talk about, you know what, Beyonce? We'll talk about not even horror movies. We could talk whatever you want to talk about, Beyonce.
Yeah.
We'll talk about.
Obsessed. Speaking of, are straight people okay?
Beyonce's okay.
Well, Beyonce's okay, but the movie Obsessed.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Straight people are not okay in that movie.
They're not okay.
Famously.
Yeah.
Bye. This podcast has been presented and produced by Stuart Ross and Jesse Tappett. Edited by Stuart Ross. All recording equipment provided by Photo Booth Productions. To support our podcast, join us at patreon.com/anothergayhorrorpod.